What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite roller coaster YouTube channel, Coaster Squabble. Today we are starting a brand new segment called Blind Roller Coaster Rankings with guests. And our today's guest, who's probably going to be the guest 90% of the time, it's Charlie Moretta, my favorite roller coaster riding buddy.
Hello,
Charlie, how are we
everybody.
doing today?
My name is Charlie Moretta.
There you go. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with how this works, the blind roller coaster ranking is Charlie's going to give me 10 roller coasters that I've been on at random. He's chosen these ones. He's created a list. Any of the coasters that I've been on goes, and I'm going to try to rank them 1 through 10, but I don't know what's going to come next. So he could give me really good coasters. He could give me really bad coasters. He could give me all average coasters. And my job is to try to make the best list I can, and his job is to try to screw it up as much as it can for me. So, Charlie, why don't you get us started with the first coaster that you've selected for me?
All right, Kevin. We're gonna go to Poltergeist in Six Flags, Texas. Where are we gonna throw that one?
Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Poltergeist. Poltergeist, it is a pretty good ride. I do like it. It's a launch coaster. It's got some inversions. I do prefer the indoor coaster versions and Flight of Fear and King's Dominion and King's Island, but to set the bar, I'm going to put it at number 5. Poltergeist,
All
I
right.
think I'm tempted to put it at number 4, but I think just to set the bar, Poltergeist number 5. It's a pretty good coaster. It's a good one to be the mediator of the 10.
Right. I myself am a huge launch coaster guy. That's a good spot for now. Up next, we have Viper in Six Flags Great America.
Viper, Viper,
Classic.
I'm put. That is a classic. Viper, I'm putting in the 4 spot. I think there's going to be a lot better coasters coming up, but I got to give Viper the nod to Poltergeist, even though I love them both. I can't put Viper below it just to save the list. So Viper's
Viper,
going in at number 4.
I'll tell you, Viper never disappoints.
Never disappoints.
Never disappoints. Glorious. Um, for the third coaster we have today, Zeus in Mount Olympus Water and Theme Park.
Mount Olympus. See, Zeus is kind of up there with Viper. It's definitely not as good, and so I can't put it at the 3 spot. I got to save those for some better coasters, but I think I don't know. I don't want to put it at 6 because then I think it's gonna screw up the list. So I'm gonna put Zeus at a solid 7. It is a decent ride, but I'm gonna try to play the long game here.
Fun fact: Zeus is the king of all the Roman gods. If you did not know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just one of them, but
No, I
oh,
don't actually.
there
I
you
don't
go.
know if he's a king. I don't know if he's whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think yeah.
I think I'm just trying to sound smart. All right, number 4, Bat from Canada's Wonderland.
The bat. Oh. The bat is brutal. It's a Vekoma boomerang. It is a good Vekoma boomerang. Not that that really helps it as much, but the bat. I'm not a big Vekoma boomerang guy, but I still think there's going to be a worse coaster, so I'm going to slide that in at the number 9 spot. It's not a bad ride, but it's just gonna. I think there's gonna be one worse, so I'm gonna
All
put
right,
it at
I can't say anything because I haven't ridden it before, but
yeah.
it's pretty low. Um, fifth coaster we have is Pepsi Orange Streak in Nickelodeon Universe.
Oh, okay. That's just it's an all right ride.
Kind of a weird name.
Yeah, it is a kind of a weird name. It's in the Mall of America, and it's almost like a glorified monorail. It doesn't really like do anything. It kind of just like meanders around and goes through some tunnels and just kind of gives you a tour of the park, which is pretty cool. It's not the worst coaster I've been on, but certainly not better than Zeus. So I'm gonna slide that into the number 8 spot. Pepsi. What's the full name? Pepsi Max
Pepsi
something.
Orange Streak. That's what I have written
Oh,
down.
Pepsi Orange Streak.
Uh, six coaster we have is Mad Mouse in Valley Fair.
Oh, Charlie, I hope there's some good coasters coming up soon. Mad Mouse at Valley Fair.
Yeah, sounds
It's
brutal. I'm not gonna lie.
no, it's kind of like Dark Knight. It's pretty much Dark Knight, and I can't I can't put Dark Knight better than Zeus, but this is brutal.
Oh,
You,
looks like
you know, I think I have to save. Actually, do I really have to save the 10 spot? No, Mad Mouse is bad enough. Screw the long game. Mad Mouse is going in the 10. If you give me a brutal coaster and oh no, I'm gonna try to save my 6th spot because there's not a lot of coasters worse than Mad Mouse, but even if there are, I could kind of convince myself that it's worthy of a 6th spot.
Okay.
So,
All right. I like it. I
what's
like the
next,
thought
Charlie?
process you have going. Yeah. All right, Kevin, we have a good one coming up. We have our 7 coasters, Velocicoaster, Universal Studios.
Velocicoaster, let's go.
Here's the question though: do you put this at number 1?
Do I? I think. I mean, there are a lot of good coasters out there, and Velocicoaster is definitely in my top 5. I mean, I'm gonna have to put it in my number 1. If you give me like a coaster like Goliath or Sky Rush or something that I prefer just a little bit better than Velocicoaster, I'll happily put it in the number 2. But
That's fine.
I can't put Velocicoaster at 2, hoping that one of the other 4 coasters that I might barely like ahead of it creeps into the number 1. Velocicoaster is very much a number 1 worthy. It's got theming, good elements, 2 launches, and super fun. So definitely worthy of my number 1 blind ranking spot.
I myself was a huge fan of Velocicoaster. That one I have been on.
It is really good.
Number 8, we have Mystic Timbers at Kings Island.
Mystic Timbers, there we go. I do love Mystic Timbers also, but I'm gonna.
You throw it in the 6?
No, I can't throw it in 6. I like it more than Viper.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite GCIs, and I'm trying to think if you've been on a GCI.
What is the GCI?
It stands for Great Coasters International. It's a manufacturer of wooden coasters who makes really good ones that just are. They're unlike. I'm trying to think. They're very fast paced and very focused on like smaller airtime hills and tight maneuvers rather than like large ones and like an out and back layout.
Okay.
So I mean, Mystic Timbers is technically an out and back layout, but I'm gonna slide it in the number 2 spot. I think I doubt that the upcoming coasters that you have are gonna top it, and even if one maybe be a little bit ahead of it, I still have the number 3 and the number 6 spot. So
okay,
I'm just hoping that we have something in the middle here for my last 2 spots, and we'll see.
All right, let's see. All right, for the 9th coaster, we have Rugaru at Cedar Point.
Rugaru, okay.
Oh,
do I like
this one? I like a lot.
I do like Rugaru, but for the sake of
think about me,
my
Kevin.
list,
what would I give you?
I think Rugaru actually deserves to be. If I could start this list over, I'd put it in the 5 spot, but I wanna make sure that this list isn't absolutely thrown by putting an awful coaster in the 3 spot. So I'm putting Rugaru in the 3 spot. I don't think I like it more than Viper in reality, but it's not that big of a difference between them two. So the last coaster I have is at the number 6 spot, Charlie. So what's the last coaster that's destined to be just in the middle of the pack?
I'm really disappointed in you because this is my absolute favorite coaster. This is Maverick at Cedar Point.
No.
Brutal. It is brutal. That is brutal.
Maverick.
I kid you not. It's there. Maverick is
Maverick. There. Oh, darn it, dude. Okay.
That's brutal. That I mean,
to be fair though,
you gotta do like reverse psychology. Like you can't like put a really good one at 6. Okay, but I understand.
But you could also have picked a really bad one too.
That's true. Yeah.
I'd rather have a good coaster at 6 than an awful coaster at 3.
Okay.
So rounding out the list, we have Velocicoaster at 1, Mystic Timbers at 2, Rugaru at 3. I don't know how it made it there, but definitely does not deserve it. Viper at 4, Poltergeist at 5, Maverick, dumb, at 6. Dumb, so bad. Zeus at 7, Pepsi Orange Streak at 8, The Bat at 9, and Mad Mouse at 10. So I think this list is fairly good. I mean, I'd say someone could generally have this list if they just hate Maverick, but otherwise, if you take out Maverick, I wouldn't really argue too much with the list. Maybe switch spots, maybe 1 or 2 around, but it's pretty good so far. You gave me what's up?
I'd probably put Viper ahead of Rugaru, but there's like nothing really you can do there.
Yeah, I put Viper ahead of Rugaru. I put Maverick above Mystic Timbers. I put Maverick at the 2 spot if I could.
Hold on.
But
I put that'd be my one.
Yeah. Cool. So that'll do it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.